My dad is Mike. He works on a drilling rig that pumps oil out from underneath the ocean.
And we're the explorers.
Like Dora.
Like Dora.
Hi Movie Buffs! Another, 5th video about the best disaster movies of all time is ready. Today's video will be about disasters in the sea or ocean, on the water, and even underwater. As always, there will be a couple of super famous movies that watched off, and a couple of not so promoted. Friends, enjoy the movie. Let's go!
Listen carefully. You are now 5,000 miles from land, and you're descending 7 miles to the bottom of the ocean.
First up today, the 2020 movie Underwater. A team of underwater drillers suffers a terrible disaster, and their station, located at a depth of 11 kilometers, begins to collapse. To return to the surface, the heroes have to fight terrifying ocean monsters and win a race against time.
Gotta get to the station.
Courageous. Hardened by life, Nora Price works as a mechanical engineer on the underwater oil rig Kepler 822 at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. When a massive earthquake strikes near the rig begins to collapse, and Nora and her colleagues have to move into the depths of the ocean to escape. On the way, the team will have to face many difficulties. The submariners fail to establish contact with the outside world. They are attacked by unknown ocean monsters belonging to another world, and the hero's time is inexorably running out. The second, a movie that 20 years ago made a huge impression on me, is called The Perfect Storm. After watching this movie, I started to look at the fishing profession differently. Billy Tyne is the captain of a small ship specializing in fishing. After another unsuccessful fishing, the ship arrives in a town called Gloucester. But in a few days, the captain announces a new shipment. The fishing season is almost over, but the crew desperately needs money. So the guys again find themselves on the high seas and very soon face serious problems. First, the ship's fish freezer breaks down, and after the helmsman discovers an impending storm. Everything points to the fact that soon the ship and the people in it will have a very bad time. Will the brave captain be able to give a decent response to the elements and return home with a good catch? Or will the huge storm deprive the crew of any hope of survival? It is impossible to give up, but any careless movement can lead to a real disaster.
Poseidon was the god of the sea. What better way to celebrate the birth of a new year than born on the back of the old fellow himself?
The next movie was released in 2006, Poseidon. On New Year's Eve, a luxury cruise ship, the Poseidon, is in distress in the Atlantic Ocean when it is overturned by a giant tidal wave, while hundreds of surviving passengers, following the captain's instructions, stay in the main dance hall and wait for help from the shore. Professional gambler Dylan Jones is looking for his way to salvation. Accompanying Dylan against his wishes are 9-year-old Connor and his mother Maggie. Robert Ramsey trying to find his daughter named Jennifer and her fiancé Christian. They are joined by a shy stowaway, an elderly gay man intent on suicide, and a young waiter. They all make incredible efforts to escape the sinking ship to the surface. The next movie in today's selection is The Finest Hours. It's a great drama about human relationships in a complex critical situation. Bernard Weber works for the Coast Guard. Together with his fiancée Miriam Pentinen, Bernie plans to get legally married in April. However, according to the rules, for this he needs the permission of his superior, Commander Daniel Clough. But on the very day when Bernie should have the necessary document in his hands, comes the news that a storm has torn the oil tanker Pendleton in half. On Clough's orders, Bernard immediately sets out to rescue the tanker along with Richard Livesey. Andrew Fitzgerald and Erwin Mace. Miriam is horrified when she learns that her fiancé has been sent to almost certain death. She immediately goes to Clough and demands that he bring Bernie, along with the crew, back. Clough rudely refuses the girl. The situation is almost hopeless, but Bernie and the guys still reach the boat to the wrecked tanker and save 32 people. Now the main thing is to swim back.
My dad is Mike. He works on a drilling rig that pumps oil out from underneath the ocean.
We're the explorers.
Like Dora.
Like Dora.
That oil is a monster.
At the end, I have for you a great drama, filmed in 2016 and based on the real events of Deepwater Horizon. Going on another work assignment, 11 oil workers had no idea they would never come home again. In 2010, an unprecedented explosion occurred on the Deepwater Horizon platform, located near Louisiana, due to minor safety violations, which triggered one of the worst oil spills in U.S. history. The movie centers on the struggle to cope with the man-made disaster of these 11 ordinary guys, who sacrificed themselves to save others. The director reconstructs the details of those few hours, during which the entire Gulf of Mexico nearly perished, with documentary-like attention to the smallest details down to the terminology. The movie features realistic and frightening special effects that serve more of a cautionary function, reminding viewers once again of what can happen if everyone doesn't mind their own business in time. Director Peter Berg dedicated the movie to the memory of the victims of the disaster, listing them by name. Friends, this is the end of my top disaster movies. In 5 parts, I have collected for you the 25 best movies of this genre. If you missed any of them, be sure to check them out. Now check if you are subscribed to my channel, give this video a like, and write in the comments what selection you want to see. See you on Movie World.
We gotta go right now!